My name is Sidra Bell, and I'm the artistic director of Sidra Bell Dance New York. And we're premiering Pool, a new work at Dance Theater Workshop from January 18th through the 22nd, 2011. The piece is really about breathing, sinking, and floating. Inspired by a personal recollection, I had a near drowning when I was very young. And I don't have many specific memories about it. I just have the moment of dropping and the moment of being saved. This summer I was kind of refreshing from a year-long process. I was creating a piece called Beautiful Beast, and it was a very intensive process. So I kind of was at a blank place with my work and also feeling a little inundated and a lot of pressure, and it felt like drowning. And the thought came into my head, pool. It was the same sensation of feeling submerged and kind of pressurized, and it reminded me of this experience I had when I was very young. I'm deeply into dance music right now, and always have been actually. I've always liked dance music, but for this piece I'm using a number of different artists, Agoria, Sinking. It's very electric. With this piece, because it is about floating and sinking, it gives this kind of like openness to the space, and the dancers play rhythmically within it, but it kind of floats on top. Stay grounded. The process really starts with me. I usually start with one dancer in the studio, and I think about what I haven't explored physically. So I feel like as a choreographer, I'm still exploring the range of my own body, and I blurt material at them, and I don't usually remember it very well, but they learn it, and we elaborate and we evolve through improvisation. It's really interesting. They're all so diverse. I mean, I couldn't say, even in this new piece, that one of them is similar to the other. I think the main thread is a deep intelligence. Often they're creators also, and so that they are on the same page with me. So we're collaborators, really. That sense of intelligence and wanting to participate and contribute to what's evolving in the studio is the most important thing to me. I think it's really interesting. I mean, it's a collision definitely, because with dance costuming, there are all these challenges with sweat and stretch, and we're actually dealing with that with this piece because there's going to be body paint and different things happening. But I think it just brings in this like other design world, you know. That's why a lot of people are using film, and it's the same thing with, you know, fashion designers. They have an eye for, you know, they're visual artists really, and I think it just adds another layer to the work. I like the dancers to look like they're putting on a show, like it's a different world, like indulging in fantasy, and it's a lot of fun to do that. I think it adds to the aesthetic value. I mean, even if you're not going to use that kind of elaborate, I think that things should be put together and have some visual aid to bring you into the world. I met Carla a couple years ago through her colleague, Mariah Weathers, and Mariah had been following my work since maybe 2008. She saw a piece I did at the Stella Adler Acting Studio, another kind of very theater intimate work, and then Carla followed me through Mariah and then saw Beautiful Beast, the work I was talking about before, at the Duo Theater, and that kind of, I think she felt that was a realization of my work. She'd seen it grow and evolve, and she felt like it was the right time to bring me here, which is nice because the space is so vast and it's so different from places we usually perform. We usually perform like a chamber company in very intimate spaces and dealing with the audience up close. So this is a big opportunity and step forward to have this kind of platform. It's difficult, and it's amazing in the difficulty. And thinking about 2001, I really started creating right after I graduated from college, and I self-produced in a community center for 3 years before I went and got my MFA, and I started, mingling in the world of dance and the business of dance. I was really self-producing. So to think about the community center shows I did on 31st Street to being here is extraordinary and unbelievable. To have a space and continuing to have a project company, but maybe a place where it can be more stable, like I can hire people for a number of months instead of like, can you come to this rehearsal next week? Be a little bit more organized and able to fund long-term projects would be incredible. Because I don't know if the full-time company is actually the next wave. I think people want to freelance and try different things, but I think they'll be with you for like a number of months and they'll be satisfied, and I think it's good because it keeps them refreshed, like they can come back and they can dabble in other things. I think that's more modern. I'm Sidra Bell on Home4Dance.